Someone is afraid they tested you for the last time. There may have been some communication very recent. They may have even tried to say it was accidental. Huh. They're ashamed even of that, but they're ashamed of something that happened prior to that. There may not have been communication, or you may have just heard something about them in the past 24 hours. I really am getting that. If it's for you, you know who it's about, and this has come up in the last 24 hours. You are beautiful inside and out. It's like they just want to lavish the kind of attention on you that they didn't before, but it's too late. They're afraid it's too late. You will only be alone if you want to be. There must be something going on with you where just like you're drawing these people in. I know that's what's going on because news travels fast. There was some good news or some bad news. Like, for some of you, you may have received what you think was bad news, but to this person, it was good because it made them think they have another chance. Don't overthink this. This person feels very chaotic, though. I'm going to tell you that. They feel heavy energetically, if you know what I mean. I know some of you know what I mean. Like, maybe the last time you saw them, the vibes were just off. That's what I'm getting. Engineer. Why did I just get engineer? Explosion? Was there an explosion? Some of them were involved in an explosion. Yes, someone was involved in either an accident or some kind of explosion recently. You make me feel understood. Okay, yeah, that was a wake-up call they had. They really had one of those moments where their life flashed before their eyes, like they thought something was over, like they thought their life was over. And something made them think about you. It couldn't be what you wanted. It's like they're reevaluating and wondering what happened. Why in the world you, though? It's almost like they hadn't thought about you in a long time. This is brand new, like something brand new happened to make them suddenly want to get back in your energy or try to reconnect. That's what I'm getting. Reconnect. You can do better. Oh, adult fantasies. Okay. Is that how they're trying to reconnect? Because it's funny. That came out as I said, reconnect. They're trying to reconnect. So, what in the world? There was just some kind of new light shed on you. Something new they found out. And they're ashamed of whatever they did. They're afraid that they can't repair this because they've always been able to repair it before. It may have been a pretty recent ending. For some of you, it was. It was a very recent breakup, but they're just trying to, hook up or something. That could be what it is. Time for a change. Okay, this is about you cutting the behavior off. This also came out. Stop putting it off. Okay. All right. For some, what happened? Did they just go back to you because you were comfortable? And I'm sorry to tell you that. Because you can do better. That's why that came out. You can do better, and it's time for a change. This person just may be using you because you may make them feel good about themselves for a little bit. Okay, some of them, you give them bragging rights. Wow, they brag that they were with you because maybe you're visible somehow. Some kind of position of power, or you're on social media. If not that, you are, like I said, you're a big deal wherever you are in some circles. And this person brags about the fact that, look, they have said some things behind your back that if you knew, you wouldn't like, okay? You are thankful for the abundance that always flows your way. Let's just keep going on that. Let's just claim your abundance. Just rest in that. Don't let this person use you, manipulate you. They know exactly what they're doing, okay? This went in a different direction than I expected, but yeah, they're afraid of how they treated you before because they know you saw through it. So anyway, just keep moving forward. Focus on your abundance and just be grateful, even for this lesson, because then it'll be over and you will get something wonderful out of it. You are thankful for the abundance that always flows your way. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen. Someone's afraid you're going to stand up to them. They know how strong you are now. They didn't know before. Something happened to make them see you differently. They thought they could walk all over you. They thought you would just put up with anything. I lied to protect your feelings. You can't keep putting up with this, and they know that now. They're afraid to contact you. Like, now they're telling themselves, you would have left me anyway, like kind of playing the victim. But really, they're just intimidated. They are so just blown away, taken aback, really, that you stood up for yourself, that they don't know what to do. It's a good thing, though. It's good. Be proud of yourself. It was time. Stand up for yourself. What did they do? What happened? Let's go to the Spill Tea Oracle deck. You really gave it to them, though. whether you realize it or not. Some of you, you did. Sometimes you have to. I don't think it's good to go through life just being confrontational, but there are times maybe someone pushed you, and you said what you had to say. They're having the reaction they're supposed to have. Look, clearing the air. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Whatever happened, air was cleared, okay? Unexpected revelation. Playing both sides. Okay, this goes back to the I lied to protect your feelings. Play both sides doesn't even cover it. Like, they've said a lot of things just trying really to please everyone. And they covered up the biggest truth, whatever it was. Truth about something. It could go so many different ways. But something just wasn't revealed to you in the right way or at the right time. It was very disrespectful as well. But you are so strong. Like, when I tell you they're intimidated, it was just, they didn't expect you to have any kind of reaction at all. And you know what? You might have just reacted silently. That's fine. Maybe you didn't say a word. It's best if you didn't. Sometimes silence speaks way louder, though. Oh, yeah. Silence can be deafening to people because they really wanted a reaction, just something. It wasn't like they were trying to provoke a reaction, but it would make them feel better to get whatever they didn't get from you. They just hoped it would just go away. This went as far as it could go. This ran its course, whatever it was. It was something they took advantage of you for. Like, have you ever just bent over backwards for someone? I'm thinking of one time I worked for someone. Look, do not forget this. Accept what you cannot change. You are ready. Okay, here's what I'm getting at. I worked with someone. I didn't know this till after I'd been there a while. She said one day she offered to go get lunch for the manager. And at the time, we could go and get lunch for like $3-4 for real. Like, the manager kept taking advantage and just saying, okay, can you get that for me again? And never offered to pay her. And then it kept happening over and over. And then it started becoming larger orders. And finally, she started asking her for money because it added up to be like $300 in a month. And that could be what this person's doing. And after that, like when I started to work there, she goes, if you'll notice, anytime she asked me to go get her something, I immediately ask her for the money because we've been through this before. Don't let her take advantage of you in that way. She was warning me. That's just how you have to be with some people. And that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this. It's like someone who just tried over and over and over and over and over until you finally had enough. And they should have known, though. Like, some people will do that. They'll just test your limits and then get mad when you do something. It's like, you tested my limit. You knew better. But at the same time, they're they're ashamed. They realize what they did. Do not forget this. Oof. They won't forget it. That's for sure. One card. You are aware of your purpose. I just got that's why You Are Ready came out. You need to go ahead and do what it is you need to do. You know what this is if it's for you. It's time to stop putting it off. Don't let yourself be distracted by this. You got things to do. You are aware of your purpose. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen. Someone regrets distance between you. That could be why they're trying to communicate, and you already know who this is, if it's for you. They're trying to downplay it. They're trying to be positive. They're the ones who did this, though. Could be physical distance, just could be emotional distance. But they caused the distance, and if they want to communicate with you, that's what they should do. They need to stop putting that off. Suddenly something has happened to make them realize that you're the one they don't ever want to give up. They lost their security all of a sudden. Something was not the reward they thought it was. Okay, the reason some of them left is they thought they were rewarding themselves for something. They had just been through something, or maybe, some of them did go through a traumatic experience. And look, certain things in life, I am getting a feeling this is someone who regrets it now. I'm not trying to say that you need to do anything about it, though. When I say they regret it, I mean they don't know what they were thinking. They were thinking irrationally, emotionally, and this happens to a lot of people. It happens to people going through divorce. Seriously. It can't, even if you're the one who wanted the divorce, you might have to adjust. It's weird. It's a weird adjustment to society. And that can take its toll on a person. It doesn't have to be that. It could just be they recovered from something, had surgery they needed, and it really improved their appearance, and that became stressful. Maybe a downturn in health, or just something where they feel like they were tricked, duped. I keep getting duped. self-medicating. Things are not what they seem. And I'm so sorry to bring this up, but this could just be a metaphor. If you ever have weight loss surgery and lose a lot of weight, suddenly your life has to adjust to a new eating pattern. I don't know if a lot of people are ready for that. If you are someone who has used food or alcohol or anything else, especially food, as a coping mechanism your whole life, you better be ready. You better be ready for an adjustment, because suddenly you can't eat as much as you want to, at least not at one time. Honestly, you can just wait like 15 minutes and eat again. You get hungry again fast. People think it's cheating, but really you get hungry again so fast. The first year is when you really need to take advantage of that weight loss. And since I've said this much, I'm going to tell you that I had gastric sleeve surgery. I have kept the weight off. I didn't really get skinny though. I never tried. I just didn't want to end up gaining more weight. Just from my experience, gastric sleeve has a better result rate than gastric bypass, or a better maintenance rate. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just easier to stretch out the stomach. Somebody needed to hear that, okay? Because that could be what happened here, is someone lost a lot of weight really fast, or if not that, something else, something along those lines, maybe had a facelift, but it was something that they wanted, something that they thought, oh gosh, maybe even some kind of other augmentation, okay? Plastic surgery. They thought it was going to make them happy, and it didn't. Just like people think money is going to make them happy. If you're not ready, it may not. Your life could go in a very weird direction, especially if you have people around who want to take advantage. Grass was not greener. Okay, it's exactly what I'm talking about. That could be what it was too. This person could have inherited a bunch of money and then left to join some crowd or some geographic location, something that was just not what they thought it was going to be. And I'm getting a sense of culture shock for sure. Like, not just culture shock, but lifestyle shock. Like I said, what happens to a lot of people after that extreme weight loss? You can look into this. You can fact check me. People end up indulging in something else because they can't do food as much anymore. Because I don't think a lot of people realize, you can't gorge yourself anymore. That's a very common addiction for a lot of people. It's a way that people, at least in the United States, I don't know if it is worldwide. I feel like, anyway, let's not get down that rabbit hole right now. It's really easy to give over to food and just give your emotions to food and just eat, especially sugary, carbs, things like that. You're brave. You flow with love. You're brave enough to face life without anything self-medicating you. You don't need the carbs or the food or whatever. Like, you need to really go within and ask yourself what's going on here. And I'm not trying to make light of it, because it may be you who went through the life change. It's either that person or you. And so when I just said that, what I meant is that person needs to do this, but it's really something everybody should do, because you don't know what's going to happen to your life. You could have a massive glow up financially, some way that you didn't even expect. And people don't realize this, but that can also be stressful. Like, there's a psychological scale. I can't think of what it's called. It measures stresses, and the same number of points are awarded to getting married or getting divorced, getting a job or losing a job. The same amount of points. Both are stressful. Moving, even if you wanted to move. A birth of a child, a death of a loved one. Both are stressful. And that's what's going on here, is this person really didn't have a whole lot of support either. It's up to you if you want to help them. Or if you just want to sit back and it's a cautionary tale. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but I just want you to know this person, that's why they're trying to communicate. You flow with love. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen. They learned you were loyal by way of gossip. Yeah, some gossip got back to someone, like some things that they assumed about you were wrong. The kind of gossip that they believe, put it that way. Something, or maybe I shouldn't say gossip. I've seen it throughout my whole life. The story changes as it goes on. People add to, they take away, they use it for their purpose. Someone was trying to spread gossip, but actually it told someone that your motives were pure. They always felt like they had mixed signals from you. But they felt like you were loyal, maybe not to a person. It could be a person, it could be romantic, but it also just could be to a cause, to something. There's something that you are now seen as loyal to, or authentic, genuine in some way. Someone really didn't know who you were. They just made some assumptions based on either lies or weird interactions, especially those of us, if we're neurodivergent on a certain spectrum or anything. a lot of times we can be very like love us or hate us, polarizing, love or hate. A lot of times it's because we get off on the wrong foot with people right away, and first impressions are everything. And when that happens, it's like it can be hard to recover from that. So that could be what happened here too. Okay, that's what I mean. Unexpected news, uncovered truth. Okay, someone got some news about you. It's like they were trying to spread a lie, but it came right back to them immediately. Look at this. I love it. Uncovered, unmasked. Like immediately your motives were unmasked. Like they're like, whoa, like in a good way, in a good way. Something they didn't expect that has made them completely look at you differently. Like they just didn't know who you were and they feel bad now. Like this person actually does feel bad for spreading lies because they didn't know they were spreading lies. They didn't know that. And neither did the people who told them that. I'm just saying, it's good. It's a good thing. Your karma's here. It's a good thing. Good karma. Good karma. Good justice. Where people are, look, push and pull. That's what I mean about polarizing. You can be very polarizing, maybe, like just sort of get off on the wrong foot with people by accident. Just have maybe awkward interactions, be awkward socially, say things that are interpreted weird that you don't realize how it came out until it's too late, or some other reason, like maybe people just somehow misinterpret you from the beginning and get a false impression of you for some reason. Adventure awaits, new perspective, the cold shoulder. Okay. Wow, this person also feels bad about giving you the cold shoulder. That's why they may be coming in differently, because they have a new perspective and they want to offer you some kind of new adventure, new opportunity. Maybe a new job, but it's someone who just really, like, they got a good report about you from someone. Seriously. It's funny. I've never had a reading like this where it's like the gossip sort of goes the other direction. Like, usually it can be so negative. And really, I feel like that's what it is. I feel like gossip in general, that's why it's best just not to tell anything to anyone. Bragging, whatever. I mean, people are going to see something as bragging when you maybe aren't seeing it that way. You don't know who's listening. And people are going to make their own assumptions and going to take it in a negative direction when it was never their business to begin with, you know? And this could be something like that. I'm telling you, people will do that. It's like people are magnets for bad news, and they're magnets for, I don't mean everybody, it's not everybody, but it's just, you know, something that a lot of us learn the hard way or we forget, because really, I'm not like that. A lot of us aren't like that by nature. But there are times when I think back to it, I feel like there are times I gave in to that, like at times got more negative because of the people I was around. But left to my own devices by myself, I'm not like that. Anyway, this person could have a new perspective on you based on that too. It could be the people that they were around had affected them regarding you. And they have now had time to think about it and realize that they shouldn't have believed that. Maybe it was just an awkward interaction or any number of things. Anyway, last card to end this reading. You are free. That's great. That's a really good card because that means you're free from whatever this was. It's like some kind of bondage. It's not like, it's like just some kind of curse has been lifted, honestly. Really, because words are spells. That's a good thing. It's like a lot of people, like some good news is spreading about you. Not that it should matter. I'm just telling you because you might start hearing from some people. This is for your intuition. I'm just here to guide your intuition, or to confirm your intuition, I should say. And you are free. Don't worry about your opinions. Maybe you weren't worried about it to begin with. Good. Just stay free of that. I'm just saying something it's like a spell has been broken, because now where people were saying bad, they're saying good. You are free. It is spoken. It is written. And so it is. Amen. They're afraid you won't take the news well. Someone is obsessed with watching you. You might not even be in contact with them, but they feel like somehow you've been in contact. That's because you've been on their mind. Never going to give you up. But there was a dead end here. And really, this person didn't become obsessed until the dead end happened. And I'm just getting a sense of sort of like a fake relationship in their mind. Because I think what happens sometimes is, you know, limerence is one thing. You can look that up if you want to. It's just sort of like having a version of someone in your head that you've built up that it's not even realistic, but you're like It's like a crush, basically. And if you were really with that person, it probably wouldn't be like that. But also, just the fact that you're probably, really, most of you, you're not in contact, and this person thinks of you that much, like, it's like you always feel close to them. They just can't stop thinking about you. If they would just get a different obsession, it would be different. But what happened was you cut them off and it made them obsessed. People want what they can't have, some more than others. But that's what happened. I'm going to be honest with you. That's what happened. Like, somehow you cut them off, maybe gave them many chances and finally cut them off after a long period. I don't know. That's you know the answer to that question. It's different ways it's going to resonate. This is from the Spill Tea Oracle deck. Path unknown. Keeping up appearances. What? They're very confused about their life right now, making it look like everything is okay. They're very confused. Like, this might be someone you haven't even thought about in a while. And it might have just started. Like, it might have just, it's very recent for some, not for everybody. This could actually be going on for years, but just quietly. And maybe just recently you saw the person and, maybe they said something that was weird. New alliances, okay? New alliances will bring you support and opportunities. That kind of makes me think it's a new thing that came along. Now it could be somebody from the past who you hadn't thought about you in that way. Okay, I was gonna say you rebuffed their advances, basically. Unspoken tensions, yeah. Tensions lurk beneath the surface, especially if you rejected them. Loyal or not, double standards. Someone is testing your loyalty. Double standards. What's funny is what loyalty to what? Loyalty to what? That's what I mean. I kind of feel like they're in a fake relationship with you. Sorry to tell you that, because that's a weird thing to say. They're trying to test if you would be loyal. Maybe that's what it is. I think what it is, it's not necessarily that they're like obsessing in a fake way. Well, I mean, I think it could border on that, but without people realizing it. I think people get that much into like this dreamland, and I do think that I can just tell from the stuff people say to me. I think they're running over various scenarios before they come in, because they do want to come in and make a new alliance, a new friendship, something new. They want to wipe the slate clean with you. They don't know how. And here's the thing. I really think that it's limerence. Like I said, I just don't think it's realistic. It's like, it's also just kind of immature. Everything is energy. Okay, your spirit already told you. Peacemaker, positivity. I also get the feeling this person's very sort of wishy-washy as far as flipping hot to cold. Like, let's say you really reject them. Let's say they come in and you reject them. They may take an angry turn and then that's when you play peacemaker. Look, your spirit's already telling you. I'm telling you this not to scare you, because there's really nothing to be scared of. But what I mean is, it's something to be aware of. I'm just confirming your intuition. You already know. They just don't have a real high emotional intelligence score, if that makes sense. I really think if you don't live up to their standards, which are impossible, okay, like double standard, like higher than the standards they'd set for themselves, if you didn't live up to their standards, they would flip. I've seen it happen. Look, I'm getting reminded of stuff people have said to me, like, especially, look, and this is for this reading. A few years ago on Facebook, there was a guy who, I mean, he was just kept commenting on everything. And you could tell on this side of it, like, which ones will go away, which ones are serious, which ones you should be afraid of at times, okay? And I don't really want to go in detail about who he was or anything. I'm just going to say he scared me. Because he just wouldn't take no for an answer. It was just somebody who kept commenting on stuff. And it was someone real. It wasn't some spammy person. It was a real person who was looking for his lover, his soulmate. And he just thought I was that, basing me off of just these videos that aren't really me. I mean, it's me, but it's me a small percentage of the time. You know what I mean? And it's just a little bit scary when people do that. And I had to do a few videos to just sort of let him down, and others, because I saw it going on with a few people. And I mean, people who really were trying to take measures anyway. And I've been through things where that went to real life. Okay. I got some trauma associated with that before you think I'm crazy. No, I know signs to look for. Okay. And all the signs were there of this not being a healthy thing. Well, he just finally stopped. Like, I did one video. I'm like, okay, I'm going to burst his bubble and talk about some stuff he's not going to like. Because it just scared me and triggered me, honestly. Because and it's not just him, but there's something about this one person who I should have just blocked right away. But sometimes you block a person and going to come right back, and that makes it a bigger problem, you know? So I just kept hiding comments. I would say stuff like, I'm not the great person you think I am. You know, you might not like me in person. Oh, yes, I would love you. And let's not go there. Finally, one day I did this one video. I'm like, look, I know this is going to upset him, but you know what? He left my page. He never came back after this one video I made about how I feel about relationships. I don't regret that because things were getting weird. Now I'm sorry that I had to bring that up because I do feel like it goes along with this reading. The energy of someone who they could be intelligent, but lonely. Like this person I'm talking about, very intelligent, had a smart person job, but I could tell was lonely. And that's the problem. Desperation, loneliness, that can make a person switch that on, I think. It really can. These days, especially. Look, people's brains rewire for the better or worse after they spend time alone. And certain people, like that guy I just mentioned, had a job that he spent a lot of time alone. And I think that was the problem. It was a highly technical, specialized job, but he spent a lot of time alone. And I think and that could be what's going on here too. I also just explained to you why I don't like showing my face, okay? So that goes with this reading. You look much younger than your age. This came out last reading, and that could be for me too. Thank you. But no, like, you have nothing to be afraid of, but I do think you're attracting attention. And that, like I said, that energy came through for this reading. Not for me. It's not for me. It's for you. This person likes how you look. This person, it could be an age gap situation, but you just need to know that you're very attractive to this person. But they do see you in a way that I'm telling you, you would probably let them down. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's okay. Just move in energy. Your intuition already told you what to do. You look much younger than your age. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen. You did something out of character. They feel like they lost their security with you. They felt like they had a deep spiritual connection, but you did something out of character. Not necessarily that they're blaming you. They know that you were protected from them. They feel exposed. This keeps coming out. They feel exposed. They feel like you were their security. You just like pulled the rug out from under them. And they wonder if they should come in and say something about it. Should they keep hiding their feelings or not? Because they believe you feel the same spiritual connection. That's up to you. If you have to ask who this is, it's probably not your message. I'm only here to confirm your intuition. You already know what's going on here. It's come up very recently. You did something online or maybe in person, but you said or did something that just didn't line up with who they knew you were. And it's like, in a way, you sort of, I don't want to say destroyed their image of you. So what if you did? But yeah, to an extent you did, but not in the way you think. It's not that they don't find you attractive or whatever. It's that there's a whole new side of you. There's a side of you that scares them. A side of you that exposes things. A side they can't hide from. It's like you saw their true feelings. That's the whole thing. And that's why you haven't heard from them. You know who this is. Let me get some specific stuff. This is the What's the Tea Oracle deck. Okay. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh, that's not good. Is that what you exposed? You know, it's not even about them. It has to do with a third party. Not even necessarily a third party romantic person, but just a mutual friend. Yeah, there's a connection here with a mutual friend. And you know who this is if it's for you. There's some kind of third party drama or connection, maybe financial, maybe job related, business related. They're in awe of you. They're in awe that you saw this. Oh, okay, that's what it is. You made them rethink whatever this is. Legal issues. Ooh. Yeah. Some of them, it's not for everybody. This could just be a metaphor for something else, but they got some kind of notice or some kind of legal thing And it was connected to this. You made them realize why it really happened, or what was really going on, or what was really behind it. You made them face some stuff in their life. If it wasn't their legal issues, you just made them face something about the people in their life. Someone who was hurting them. Someone who they thought they had security with as well, maybe in a different way. But they thought they had security. And now they know they don't. And they wonder how you know all this stuff. The cold shoulder, someone deliberately distancing themselves. Hiding dissatisfaction. Hiding true feelings. That's what I mean. It's like there was a rift in some other relationship. Like I said, you made them see something, and that's what's going on here. It's like that's who they are now. Distance from someone. Walking ahead of them. Wishing they didn't know them. You make them feel safe. You make them feel safe even more than you did before. Because now they see that you really do see things. They want you around so that you will show them what else is going on in their life. Keeping up appearances. Gosh. Bad influence. Wow. That goes right back to this. Like, this is all connected. They have to keep up appearances now, even though they know this third person, party, company, whatever it is a bad influence. Oh, you know what I just realized? Some of you made them realize they had to get another job because they just couldn't work there anymore for some reason. It was that bad, whatever you exposed. Or, for some, they're leaving a social group, a club. Some of them, you might have even influenced their spiritual or political beliefs. Yeah. That could be the relationship that you severed for them, because really, you showed them something. One last card. They've had a spiritual awakening or something. There've been some kind of massive shift in their life. You set healthy boundaries. Okay, this is if they come back in. Set healthy boundaries. They're afraid you won't. You know what? This is someone who actually would appreciate your boundaries because they don't want to overrun them. Boundaries are healthy for both parties. It's a good thing to say no. People need that. Just be honest with them and make sure you do this, okay? You set healthy boundaries. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen. You're the only one who ever kept their word. Someone is really afraid that they already lost you because they fumbled by something about communication. Like, did they tell someone something they weren't supposed to say? If this is for you, you know who it's about. They feel like if they can come in now, they might be able to fix it. They feel like they've already lost you, though. You were a real ally to this person. They feel like they did something to really, really mess it up. And it could be social media following, content creator, like another creator. Someone who took your words out of context. Someone very ungrateful, too. I just got that. Ungrateful, unapologetic. But at the same time, they don't want to lose you forever. It's really weird. It's like they did something that was very selfish on their part. Didn't really think about you at all. And they don't understand that. It's like the part of this piece they're missing is what I'm getting. It's like this person, some dots aren't connecting. I don't know why. It's going to be different for each person. It could be that they just aren't very mature. For others, it's because they're very deeply, have some kind of personality disorder. And they need help. They need help. But what I mean is, you're dealing with someone who doesn't quite get it. You hear one side of a story and then you hear another, and it's like, wow, that is just so opposite. Like that person, the first person, really manipulated, really twisted the words. They were being genuine though. Like that's what they really heard. That's what their mind told them happened. That's what I really think. That's what I'm saying is this, there's some dots that aren't connecting, and you may not be able to convince this person, but they know they fumbled. It's like they can't figure out what they did. It's very frustrating. That's why I was making weird noises. This is a frustrating energy because it really is just a lack of communication skills probably, but also a lack of some kind of comprehension skills, some kind of mental health issue going on here, okay? Anyway, let me just move on. How do you need to proceed? You need to just have some kind of patience. Ignore them because they really did try to start something. Ignore them though. You always have the victory, and you will know the right time. If they come into approach, or if there is a time for you to respond, you will know the right time. Let this go, though. There's just something about this that's trying to occupy your energy, your consciousness. Your consciousness is everything. It's like your waking moments, just for today. Put it out of your mind. Don't think about this. It really could be someone tried to hurt your career, and I'm so sorry if they did. but you're getting it all back. Let's just manifest that you get it all back. Look, those cards fell out for you, and I want you to claim this energy. I believe it for you. All words are spells, whether you want them to be or not. Yes, actions, beliefs, everything has to line up, but it starts with words. They start programming the energy around you. You are brave. You are aware of your purpose. You have nothing to hide. You attract healthy relationships, and you are thankful for the abundance that always flows your way. No one can take that away from you, okay? I'm going to end with this. You already have the victory. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen. Everyone's telling them they were wrong about you. They chose something else, went on to something else. You must have had a glow up. You're glowing like never before. All eyes are on you. And this person is pretending not to care about this. They know now that you were protected from them. They know. They know that you wouldn't be doing this if they'd stayed with you. That's what people are telling them. It's very obvious. It is obvious. Everybody's telling them this. Reliable. Like they can't rely on you anymore. Happy without them came out immediately. You have a brand new glow. Everything's going so well for you. And this person is truly acting like it doesn't bother them. Holding you back. Open invitation. They know they were holding you back. Deep down, they're pretending not to care, but deep down, they would love to talk to you. Love to just pick up back where you left off. Because this must be recent. This is someone who maybe they don't stalk your profile, or at least they didn't until they heard some news. And now they are. They may not even be with this third party anymore. Third opportunity is what I got. Like it's, for some, they didn't choose a person, they chose an opportunity. They chose a fallback. Some chose a fallback profession. That's weird. They went with what was comfortable and what was normal. Eventually you'll realize you're out of my league. Okay. That's about the protection. It's like people are telling them that now. They'll say, we always said they were too good for you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're really upset about this. Seriously. It's like they weren't really even thinking about you, I'm sorry to say. And this could have happened within the past few weeks, but they were not thinking about you. You really weren't on their radar mentally until they received a screenshot or something. Maybe they saw you in public, but I don't think it's... Nah, for most of you, it's that a screenshot was shared. And if this is for you, you know who this is about because they popped up recently for you, possibly liked a post or something. And maybe it wasn't them, but somebody who sounded like them, and you're like, I think that might be them. Maybe it just went across your mind for a second. That's your gut. That's your intuition. Don't want to lose you forever. Wow. I see you in my dreams. You see, you're haunting them in their dreams now. That's funny. What else do they need to say? They just can't believe this. You've been on their mind. You are really on their mind right now. Oh, they're hiding. Yep. Dead end. Social media fake. You know they're social media fake. And some, you know, it's not even a fake. It's not even a fake. They did this thing where commented maybe on a string of posts that they knew you commented on, like maybe it was local. Wow. But they were a dead end. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing. It's in their face now. You're in their face. Your success is in their face. They were really discouraging to you. Oh gosh, it's so funny. Like they kind of just thought you were the fallback. They went with the fallback, but the whole time they thought you were like another fallback. Like basically somebody they could rely on if they needed a place to go, or, you know, if they broke up with this person or this went away, they could come back to you. But they don't think that's true anymore. They know it's not true. You are strong. Love yourself first. You give off healing energy. And that's what they crave most. You know that? That's what they crave most. Your strength, your healing. They're not getting that right now. They hit a dead end also with this other person. Yeah. Keep going. You are intuitive reflection. Wow. reflect on this, journal about this, go within, meditate about this, and ask what this is about, what this lesson is. Because there's a lesson in this for you. Everything's a lesson. That's all this is. One card to end this reading. Wow. Just a lot of things you need to accept about yourself, really. You make peace wherever you go. Okay. Immediately what I get is that there was some kind of anger here, or this person is angry now. But if it comes up, if they talk to you, make peace. Because I do get that this is an angry person, or can be, not necessarily, you know what, might not even be angry or outwardly. Could be someone who cries a lot, or emotional person. Make peace. This person has not made peace with themselves. And they crave your healing energy. That's really what it is. You did glow up. Oh, yeah. But they feel like you've got something. They just feel like you would be a safe place to land. But you may not want them to land with you. But anyway, you are strong. You give off healing energy. And you make peace wherever you go. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen. You scared this person with what you said to them. They held back, but you saw through it. Held back for reasons beyond their control. Someone came into your mind. If this is for you, I'm just here to confirm your intuition. That they can't stop thinking about you. Wondering what they could have done differently. Because whatever it was, it's just made them afraid to even talk to you now. And it used to be they couldn't wait to talk to you. There's something they wanted to tell you. Something went really weird in the last communication. Like, it went in a direction that they didn't expect or didn't think you would take it. It wasn't that they were trying to manipulate. Well, maybe they were. Yeah, okay, that's not for everybody. They didn't realize that's what it was. It bit them. Okay, I see now. That's where this went. Yeah, they realize now that they were trying to manipulate and they shouldn't have done that. But they didn't realize that's what it was. They were just trying to steer the conversation in a different way. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you said something. What would they say to you? Let me see. Immature. Ooh. Time for healing. Now or never. Oh, yeah. Okay. Social media fake. They're just waiting for an opportunity. That's what this means. Like, waiting for an opportunity. So that could be why you see them watching you. They've probably accidentally liked something. Or it could be like an anonymous account and you're like, I know that's them. I know that's them. Yeah. Your gut. Oh, I wish it wasn't right, because I hate it. People will just go to great lengths to deny, and it's like, I know what I know, because there's certain things you see that other people don't. Anyway, this person knows it was immature to try to pull one over on you now. Oh, okay. Yeah. They really thought they could pull one over on you. How do you need to proceed? Well, okay, immediately you are a lighthouse. Be positive. Be positive. Show that you are the mature one, okay? Because this person really, they're still unhealed. Why did I just get unhinged? I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, there is an unhinged side to this person that might scare you, might shock you. My collective, the people who usually see my videos, I know we've had a lot of shared experiences. And that's one of the reasons I do these readings, is to talk about that at times. And I'm just getting that maybe you're neurodivergent. It's so funny. Some of us are just oblivious to how we naturally are. So many of us go through life just being who we are, and people take it as a threat. This person was threatened by you just doing something that you were just surviving, okay? You were surviving, and they felt threatened by that. Like, they took what you were doing as an active threat to their existence. But it was not that. That's the miscommunication. Wow. They want to reach out to you so bad. Like, they just feel like it's too late, because whatever happened, it's like a corner was turned. They thought they had you until this very pivotal moment, and you said something. Yeah. How do you need to proceed? It's time for a serious conversation with someone. Okay. That's up to you. I see that. This person really wants to talk to you. What else? Begin again. That's what they want. Okay, this is what I channeled for you, though. So you take this if it resonates with you. Because, you showed this person that there's a side to you that they better not try to trick. You might not see things the way everybody else does. But you see things other people don't. This is how I've gone through life, and I know other people are going to say the same thing, because I've shared about this before. I'm either like freakishly good at stuff or freakishly bad. It's almost like there's no in between. No in between. At least that's how it seems to me. Like there are certain things I just wasn't put on this earth to do. High masking. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. We all go through life masking to an extent. Think about like customer service. You can't always go off on a customer. You know what I mean? There are times when you have to be polite when you don't want to be. Just be polite and get out of that person's life, because some people aren't ready for what you have to say. But what I'm saying is this, and that's what I mean about this lighthouse. Yeah, that's really the best way to handle this. Take the high road. Take the high road. They're really freaking out. The energy that just keeps coming at me is very crazy. Wow, I'm getting this weird ringing in my ears. Like, if you watch this far, I'm just going to share this too. Like, sometimes I know, especially when I do these readings, sometimes like my ears will just go completely silent for a second, like the sound of my ears, and I don't realize there was a ringing there until it goes silent. That's how spirit talks to me at times. Perhaps you too. That's why I felt led to share. Okay, that's trying to come out. You are unbreakable, big change, reliable, open your eyes, new life. Ooh, that's great. I actually see all that as very positive. Reliable, unbreakable, no matter what happens. Look, what I'm getting from that is no matter what direction this goes in, they may not have your best interest at heart, but that's okay. It doesn't mean you need to lash out at them. It's a kill them with kindness situation, or at least kill them with silence or peace. They don't want the best for you, but there's a higher power. It's really all in your mind. The power is all in your mind. And don't let this shake you. You are unbreakable. You need to know that. That's why these cards came out like they did. Please be encouraged. Like, what's going on right now, I do believe there's a frequency shift going on for a lot of us. And, oh gosh, that thing in my ears just keeps happening. And now I feel it in the front of my head. I'm sharing that because I feel like somebody needs to hear it. I just keep feeling like we're being lifted out of here. We are moving. If we want that, it's an individual experience. Frequency is shifting. A lot of people haven't seen through the veil like we have. And you got to understand that. Because this thing I'm talking about, this neurodivergent thing, some people are going to call it Hyoka empath, other names for it. We're weird, okay? We're the weirdos of the world, and that's okay. It's time to embrace that. Embrace who you are. Embrace your hyperfixations. That's what I'm about to do. Oh my gosh, that ringing in my ears. What? Okay. Somebody needed to hear that. I'm going to talk about that more later. I'm about to talk about that more. But anyway, you are aware of your purpose. Okay. Ooh, okay. I love that. That came out as I talked about the hyperfixation. You are someone who needs to focus on what you're hyperfixated on. That's where your money is. That's where everything is. That's where your pot of gold is. Focus on it. And your dreams will come true. You are aware of your purpose. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen. Your silence echoes louder than any argument you ever had. There is someone who can still feel your absence. They've been trying to make peace with this distance between you, but it's not a peace that they feel. It's loss, and they feel very confused. Honestly, it's regret. That's what they feel. They're afraid that you erased them. Not just from your phone or your life, but from your heart. And maybe you did, because after everything, you had to protect your peace. You had to start over. But they're still holding space, even now, even in the quiet. They haven't fully moved on. Not emotionally, not energetically. Because there's a lot they never said. They never told you how deeply you affected them. They never told you how they replay things in their mind, wondering if there's anything they could have done differently. They never admitted how scared they were to lose you. And now that silence that they once used as armor is turning into a mirror. And they're finally seeing themselves without you in the reflection. They're dreaming of you. Not always in words, but in scenes that feel too real to ignore. They're daydreaming. In the dream, they say things they couldn't bring themselves to say when they had the chance. And maybe they don't even know if you want to hear them now. They're still hoping the door isn't completely closed. Oh, the grass was not greener. Now they're hiding. It's not what you think. Whatever they still want to tell you, definitely not what you think. They feel like they could clear this up if they could just have a conversation where they clear the air, but they don't know how you would feel about it. Like, they know they did wrong. That's why they're hiding and watching you from a distance. They just can't get their nerve up. Wow. And for good reason. A lot of things happened here. There are a lot of reasons why you would exclude this person from your life. You deserve good things. Am I important to you? You were protected from me. They know all this. They know you deserved better. They're definitely questioning, was I ever important to you? They just want some kind of attention from you. It's like you used to give them attention anytime they wanted it. Or anytime, like, maybe you saw them like a story or a post or something. That was their way of reaching out to you. Something like that. It doesn't have to be that. But this is someone who you used to really drop everything for. And they just don't feel that now. They miss that. They miss that. But they know, deep down they know that you went on to better things. But they'll never admit it. They know you deserved better. Not concerned with your well-being. They're more concerned with theirs. And of course that's human nature. That's how most people are. But they really try to take too much. They overstep a lot. It's not your job to do everything they want you to do. This is a very needy person as well. It's not your job to make up for that. Honestly, I consider that mental abuse when you have to bend over backward to keep somebody from getting mad or whatever. If you have to bend over backward to make this person happy, it's just not worth it. They need somebody who can match that level of neediness. I keep getting reminded of a comment I got this week. It was a video about somebody being really needy, and somebody wrote he was needy. Somebody commented, he needed you to help make him whole or something, and you've ruined him for the next woman. And the guy was obviously projecting, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's not your job to make someone better. Somebody can make you worse. When you reach down to pull someone up from the ground, they can also pull you back down there with them. Very emotionally manipulative. Really, I'm getting someone who would threaten to hurt themselves, harm themselves if you didn't come back. And that's someone who really needs a therapist. Emotionally immature. You deserve all the good things. You deserve way better than this, and you were protected. It's really not your job to give into that kind of mental coercion. I know I'm not trying to sound cold here, but if you're going around projecting your needs onto other people like that, you need a therapist or more. A psychiatrist. And a lot of places offer that for free. In fact, that person who commented, I believe they're in a country where that probably is offered. So get help. Don't go around expecting other people to love you. You got to love yourself first. You cannot go around just trying to suck the love out of other people. Because it doesn't work that way. Don't infringe on their boundaries. Nobody gets to infringe on your boundaries anymore. You have no fear. One more card. You have nothing to hide. Look, hiding. You don't have anything to hide. You were very transparent with this person. The stuff they hid from you emotionally is stuff you would never hide from them. But seriously, you have been protected. You have no fear. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.